tuning in to a new frequency, dialing it down. Let's place one hand at your heart center and one hand at your belly. Good morning. My name is Angie, and this is Karma Yoga of Action. I'm working on my 500-hour yoga teacher training, and Karma yoga is yoga that it's an offering, really. It's an offering from me to you. And it helps me to fulfill the requirements of my curriculum. So 20 hours of me offering classes to you and providing that service free of charge and from deep in my heart. That qualifies. Sounds like fun to me and not even work, but here we are. So glad that you are here with me. This is Brucey. He is joining us today. We're settling in here, noticing the rise and the fall of the belly and the chest. Soften the shoulders. Listening to the sounds in the room. Listening to the sound of your breath. We'll move nice and easy today. Let's inhale, the arms reach up wide and high. Palms come together. And then exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, palms up, gaze up. Exhale, hinging over to the side. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. And exhale, other side. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms reach wide and high, palms come together. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, side stretch. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, side stretch. Inhale. And exhale. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, or if you have a sankalpa that you're working on, bring that positive statement into your mind's eye here and Repeat it to yourself. Repeat it out loud. Scream it for all the world to hear. Whatever you need to do to remind yourself of this pure and positive intention for today's practice, for your life. And so it is. Let's take another inhale, arms reach. And exhale, release. Inhale, palms up, gaze up, and exhale. Inhale, both arms reach up, and exhale to the other side. Inhale, both arms reach up, and notice the change here. I'm turning, twisting the body, releasing one hand to the front thigh, one hand to the back. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Chin is parallel with the earth. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze up, and then exhale to the other side. Let's go nice and easy. We're reconnecting here, moving our breath with our body with our breath. And then inhale, palms together. Exhale, palms to the heart. Okay, friends, let's get on to hands and knees. Take a sip of water. Get any props that you might need. All of our work today will be mostly in supine or on hands and knees. I injured my back and it's healing nicely, but I just don't want to irritate it anymore. So if you need an extra padding under the knees, go ahead and grab that. Otherwise, meet me on the mat here in tabletop position. All fingers are spread out onto the earth. Think about making this solid foundation. Shoulders are above the wrists, hips are above the knees, and then the legs are parallel. Taking our time first to set it up. We're going to work through cat-cow. So drop the belly and lift the chest and the chin for cow pose. And then exhale, begin to tuck the pelvis, round the spine, drop the crown of the head toward the earth for cat pose. Now inhale, coming through, cow. Exhale back for cat. Inhale. And exhale. Now watch for the change here. We inhale back to tabletop. And then exhale, release the hips to the heels. Notice the stretch along the side body here. Inhale, rise up, tuck the toes, and we do just a little mini down dog. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, coming back, and exhale, down dog. Slow as you can go, and then slower yet. Like I said earlier, we're changing the frequency. We're turning the channel from heavy metal to easy listening. Now release the hips back, but widen out the knees here and walk the hands forward, releasing the forehead here to the earth. Inhale and exhale. Cleansing the body with the breath. Let's inhale as we make our way back to tabletop. But we'll leave our knees out wide. We're going to do some hip circles here. So releasing the hips down to the right side and then shifting over to the left, and then inhale as we round to the front. And exhale. Inhale. Moving slower than you want to go. We'll do 5 total, each direction. And then let's pause here and we'll go the opposite direction. So I'm shifting my hips to my left and all the way to the right and around. You can close down the eyes and really tune in here to the movements of the body and pause. Let's cross the ankles here. I'm going to come up into a seat. Feet are flat on the floor and just leaning back here onto the palms of your hands. And then widening out your feet. You should feel pretty comfortable here. Brucey looks so cute sleeping over here on the couch. You can't see him, but he just looks like a little baby. Let's inhale and release the legs, both knees over to the side. Inhale Knees back up and exhale. This time, we'll just go ahead and start bringing the arm in. And to the other side, stretching here. This whole practice will be moving with intention, taking stock here. Really noticing where you're at physically, emotionally. Let's change it up here. So we reach the arm and then we just continue with this circle. Circling toward the back wall. And then let's reverse and circling to the front. And again. We move over to the other side. Nice and easy. Big stretch first. And then we begin to circle the arm. Continue to breathe. No holding your breath here. And then reverse. Big stretch and open up the heart. Make these poses your own. You can slow them down even more if you like. And last one here. And back onto our seated position. Let's take a couple of moments here to pause and notice. Close down the eyes, relax the hands here. What's happening? Root down. Find that solid foundation here. Let the shoulders relax down. Soften the jaw. Get a sip of water if you need. And when you're ready, let's come on to hands and knees again, moving carefully. From tabletop, tuck the toes and lift the hips here. We're moving into pigeon pose. So lift the right leg and then slowly bring the right knee to the right wrist and lay the lower half of the leg down onto the earth. And then you can guide using your toes. You can guide this left leg back here and remaining upright onto the fingertips. We're inhaling here, chest and chin are shining forward. And then exhale, begin to hinge over and then release the head toward the earth. and begin to round up. Release down, breath out, rise up, breath in, and this time we settle in to hold the pose. So I'm coming on to forearms, but there are so many options and modifications. One in particular is to put a block under the hip to help maintain, keeping you from, dumping over onto that hip. But really, all bodies are different, and we each have our own unique way to find what feels good in the pose. Be mindful. Go ahead and close down the eyes, knowing that I'm paying attention to the count. I will let you know when it's time to move. So fully relax into this pose. Let's slowly begin to rise up and place the palms on the earth in front of you and stretch it up and release onto that right hip. Bring that left leg around and extend it long on the mat here. So the left leg is extended long. Flex the foot. Sole of the right foot is on the inside of the thigh. Again, if you would like to use a block, this would be one modification, one place to start. I'm facing the outstretched leg. My chest and my chin are shining forward. And I'm going to slowly begin to walk the hands down toward the foot. I'm still looking at the toes here, beginning to feel some sensation right here in the hip area. So for me, that means this is a good place to stop and to hold. Clear the mind. Try to focus on the breath. Perhaps you can ease into the pose more, finding a new edge if your body allows. And then slowly, very mindfully, begin to walk the hands back. And then turning toward the bent knee and placing your hand here at the hip, push through onto the knee and then open up. Big stretch. And slowly release down. Awesome. So all of that again on the other side. So coming back into that little mini down dog and then lifting that left leg and bringing the left knee to the left wrist and laying down the lower part of the leg. And then finding your version. It is your body. Pressing the fingers into the earth. Chest and chin shine forward. Inhale and then exhale. Begin to release. Crown of the head might touch down. And then inhale, roll back up. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Big breath in. And slow exhale out. Coming into stillness here. Taking several breaths. So glad you made it to the mat today. So grateful that you found your sacred space here. Hmm. Slowly begin to move, placing the palms on the earth, and then getting a nice stretch up here. And then releasing onto that left hip, moving that right leg up. Get a sip if you need a sip. Adjust if you need to adjust. So the right leg is extended long now. The sole of the left foot is on the inside of the thigh. Turn toward the outstretched leg, keeping chin up, chest up, gaze at the toes. Begin to walk toward the foot. And like I said earlier, had a little bit too much office chair time. Hunched over my computer. But I'm healing nicely. And the reason I'm bouncing back so quickly is because of my regular practice of yoga. Notice where the sensations are. Be aware of the intensity of the sensation. And if you'd like to explore further, then I invite you to find that second edge and take 5 cleansing breaths here. And then slowly we begin to walk it back ever so slowly. And then turning here to the bent knee and placing your left hand at your hip. You can come on then to that left knee and stretch long from the tips of the toes to the tips of the fingers. And you may even want to explore by opening the heart up toward the sky. And then let's exhale here, releasing down slowly, very slowly. Awesome. Let's come down onto our back. Make sure that you have a pillow and a blanket handy. We will need those. I'm going to walk us through a meditation, guided meditation on our backs. So that's why I am asking for you to go ahead and get a pillow and a blanket. In the meantime, let's make our way down onto our backs. Arms extend out, thumbs are up, shoulders are relaxed and down. Begin to tuck the pelvis and slowly engaging the core, begin to release all the way down. I'm going to focus here. Do what you can, one vertebrae at a time, keeping the core in check, and then release the entire back flat on the earth. Knees into the chest now. And make a few circles here. Let's go the other direction. And then release both of the feet down. I'm going to take the right or left knee and bend it, placing the left ankle onto the right knee. So I'm working on a figure 4 pose. And then lifting the right leg, I can leave the position here or extend the right leg up, and then you can clearly see the figure 4, bringing the hands to clasp behind the right leg. And there are so many modifications to this. Relax the shoulders. There really is no holding or gripping here or pulling. It's the weight of the arms doing the work for you. Breathe softness into the hip here. And then slowly begin to bend the right leg and place the right foot on the floor. Release the legs over to the right, and then stretching the arms over to the left here, getting a full body twist. Relax those shoulders down. And then let's begin to unwind. Just go so slow. And hug the knees in. Release and exhale. Hug the knees in. And release. Knees hug in. And exhale. Knees. And exhale. This time we will lift the right leg and place the right ankle on the left knee. And lifting the left leg, here is one stopping point. Or you can extend the left leg up and clasp the back of the thigh and allow the arms to release and relax down. Find some stillness. Take your breaths. Just let the pose work itself. It's not so much that we are doing yoga, that then we are being yoga. We are yoga. Let's begin to release, moving slower than you want to go, and releasing the legs over to the left and arms to the right. Stretch and release down. 5 cleansing breaths. Little smile on your face. This really is a great thing that you've done for yourself today. So bask in the sensation here. And we unwind, stretch it out, and find your Shavasana position. So legs are outstretched, arms are alongside the body, palms up. You want to tuck those shoulder blades under, head is heavy. Get your blanket, find your pillow. Take your time here. Get a sip of water. We've stretched a lot of muscles today and held positions for a longer period of time. So just like getting a massage, you always want to drink a lot of water. So drink plain water. As you lay down, resting on your back, allow your shoulders to fully relax. Close your eyes here and bring your attention to the flow of your breath. Feel each in-breath and each out-breath. Observe your breathing without trying to change or regulate it. Allow your body to be still. Still with a sense of dignity, resolve, a sense of wholeness in this very moment. Picture in your mind's eye the most beautiful mountain that you've ever seen or can imagine. Hold the image and feeling of this mountain in your mind. Gradually, this mountain comes into greater focus. Observe its shape, the massive base rooted in the earth's crust, its steeping or sloping sides. Notice the massiveness, how solid, unmoving, and majestic it is from all angles, close and far away. lie still and breathe with the image of your mountain. And then when you feel ready, bring the mountain into your body so that the mountain in your mind's eye and the body become one. You share in the massiveness, the solidness, and the stillness and the beauty of the mountain. You become the mountain rooted, experience a sense of lifting from deep, deep within your pelvis and your spine. With each breath, become more and more a breathing mountain, unwavering in your stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, rooted, unmoving mountain. As the mountain, you become aware of what changes. The sun travels across the sky. Night follows day and day follows night. There is a canopy of stars, the moon, then the sun. Through it all, the mountain sits, experiencing the change of each moment, constantly changing, yet always just being itself. The mountain remains still as the seasons flow into one another and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day. The mountain sits in calmness, abiding all the change. In summer, there's no snow on the mountain except maybe the peaks. In fall, the mountain may wear a coat of colors. In winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself covered in clouds or fog, or covered by freezing rain. People that come to see the mountain may comment on how beautiful it is, or how on cloudy days they can't see its beauty. None of this matters to the mountain. It simply remains its essential true self. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed one bit by the way people see it or don't see it. Seen or unseen, in sun or clouds, hot or cold, day or night, it sits being itself. Through whatever, the mountain sits unmoved by what happens in the world of appearances. We can embody the same unwavering stillness and rootedness as the mountain in the face of everything that changes in our own lives over minutes, over hours, over years. In our lives and in the meditation practice, we constantly experience the changing nature of mind and body. We have periods of light and dark. Our moments of color and dullness. We sometimes experience storms in our inner and outer worlds. We go through times of darkness and pain, as well as moments of joy. Even our appearance changes as we experience a weather all its own. By becoming the mountain in this practice, we are able to connect with its strength and stability and adopt it as our own. We can use its energies to support our energy, to move through our moments with calmness and clarity, just as the mountain does. We begin to see that our thoughts and feelings, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but actually the weather is impersonal. The weather of our lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. As we hold it in this way, we come to know the deeper silence, stillness, and wisdom of the mountain. Mountains teach us this. May we be still and listen. This is your Shavasana. Know that I will awaken you in a few moments. Enjoy. Slowly bring your awareness back to this room, to your body, lying on the floor, in your sacred space. Begin to make some small movements, wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, perhaps nodding your head from side to side. And then let's get a long full body stretch, really stretching the arms and legs, tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, and relax. Rolling over to one side of the body. Curl up here in this fetal position, this position of rebirth and renewal, and bask here in the sensation of this practice. This feeling here is inside of you, not outside of you. You did this. Push yourself into a seat. Let's bring our hands to our heart in Anjali Mudra. Thumbs to the third eye, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. Hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving words and communications. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. I'll be here again next Sunday. I do have a YouTube page, so I'm posting all of the classes that I've done on my YouTube page as well. And that is Y12SR Des Moines. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day. Namaste. That's how the dogs yoga. Cute.